तौ सन्तोषयता सन्तौ श्रीलरूपसनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितं पर्यालोच्यात पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः. Hare Krishna. So yesterday we discussed till 58. So 58th Anucheda. So today we are going to discuss next 59th Anucheda. Yes, 58 is over, na Prabhu? Ananta? 58 is over? $58 is over, na? 57.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, okay. So, Atha Sri Naradasya Tatranttvaham Krishna Katah Pragayatam Anugrahena Shrunavam Manohara Ta Shraddhaya Padam Vishrunvata Priya Shavasyangamama Bhavadratihi. So, my dear Vyasa, in that place, I listened each day to the enchanting stories of Krishna mercifully sung. With each moment that I heard these narrations with faith, love was awakening in me for Bhagavan, whose glory is most endearing. So we are seeing the Vasudev and Narada, their conversation. And from the Vasudev Samadhi, we clearly understood Vasudev compiled his Srimad Bhagavatam, so with keeping Krishna as the subject matter. So because in that Samadhi, whatever realizations he got, he saw that Jivatma's anartha, that means Jivatma is thinking itself as body, even it is beyond the three modes. So this anartha is upashamanam, that means is destroyed, is removed by doing the bhakti in adhokshaja. The word adhokshaja is having the rudi artha, is dedicated to whom? That is to Krishna. So that's why Srila Vasudev compiled Satvata Samhita. So by studying that Sattva Samhita, one is getting the prema in Krishna. There also Krishna is there. So from the Samadhi realizations of the Vasudev, we are clearly understanding. So Krishna is the subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam, and Krishna is the conclusion of his Samadhi. That we understood. And we are seeing the Narada's case also. So in the case of the Narada also, what is his aim? He gave the teachings to the Vasudev. So in those teachings, and he's also telling about his life. So about in the childhood, he got the association of the Bhakti Vedantis, and in that association, so how he developed his devotional service, how he progressed in the devotion, he was explaining. In that context, this sloka was spoken by Narada to Vasudev. What he is saying here, Tatra tu aham Krishna kathaha pragayatam anugrahena ashrunavam manoharaha taha shraddhaya menupadam vishrunvataha priyasravasya angamama abhavat ratihi. So here, what Narada is telling, he heard about the stories about whom? About Krishna. So, and those stories were sung by those sages, Bhakti Vedantis, in the association of their So their association, he heard these Krishna Kataha. Krishna Kataha is the important word. So from this we should understand that Narada did Uch Bhakti, Krishna Bhakti in the association of this Bhakti Vedantis. So that's why there is a point we should understand. Yena avatarena. Okay, that is clear from this. So Krishna, he heard about the Krishna only. That is the thing, not the other any other avatars or any other things. Next, Yena avatarena. So 10.7.1. इत्येतत् श्री परीक्षित वचन पद्यद्वयमप्यत्र श्री यशोदा स्तनन्दयत्वे साधकं श्रुति सामान्य न्यायेन. So in the 10th canto, 7th chapter, first sloka, there 2 verses in the previous anucheda. So in our Narada's narration, Narada is saying that he heard Krishna's stories. Here Krishna means who? Which Krishna? If you want to know, we should relate here what? Yena avatarena, this sloka, 10th canto, 7th chapter, first. Ityetat Sri Parikshit Vachana Padyadvayamapi Atra Shri Yasodastanandayatve Sadhakam Sruti Samanya Nyayena. So Krishna means what you should take. Here Krishna refers to the son of the Yasoda. So Sruti Samanya Nyaya means, so simple is, if you heard anything, first what you remember? Krishna. If you hear this in general, what you remember? That is Sruti Samanya Nyaya. That means if you hear the word Krishna, immediately you will be remembering all the time son of Yasoda only. This is Sruti Samanya. Samanya means in general. If Sruti means hearing. In general, if you hear the word, so whatever you remember, that is, so that is the meaning. So that is the person, that person is indicated by the Krishna. That means if you hear the word Krishna, whom you will remember? Easily, can you remember that means Krishna means Arjuna, or Krishna means Draupadi, Krishna means Kali, Krishna means Krishna. That means Yasoda's son. Out of these 4, what you remember immediately? Whom you remember? Yasoda's son, or Arjuna, or the Draupadi, or the Kali? Whom you remember? Yashoda's son. So that is the Sruti Samanya. In general, yeah. So here, there is no context actually. Narada is saying, I heard the stories of the Krishna from the sages. So then in this statement, Krishna wants what you should take, because you don't have any logic or anything to establish. In general, Narada spoke to Vyasadeva about his previous life. In that, he said that he heard about Krishna's story. So there Krishna means, so what you immediately remember? Sruti Samanya Nyaya. That means by hearing that word, whatever you remember, that is the general. That means not only you, in general people, 10 people, 100 people. If you hear word Krishna, out of 99% of people immediately remember about the Yasoda's son. So that's why here also we should take. So Krishna means Yasoda's son. That is the point actually. Because by showing the word, here Krishna means we should take Yasoda's son. Immediately people will ask, on what basis you are taking? So they may say that here Yasoda's son, no, Krishna means you may take some other thing. Then we are saying that Sruti Samanya Nyaya. Shruti Samanya Nyaya, that is. By hearing that word in general, what you remember? That is the Shruti Samanya Nyaya. Okay. Clear? Any point? Any doubt? Clear? Tirumala? No? Sandeep Ramani bro. Next 59 anachada. तशब्दस्यैव अभ्यासोऽपि दृश्यते एवं कृष्णमतेः इत्यादो. So abhyasa means repetition. Krishna Shabda only is repeated. If you see in the whole narration of his previous life, that means in the 5th chapter, so he's first of all he is giving the brainwash lecture for Vasudev. Then after that he started narrating from how he got this opportunity to become a devotee. Then he started, that means to create more faith in Vasudev, Narada in bhakti. So he was explaining about his own life. So previous life, I was Sudra and his son. But still now in this life, I became the son of Brahma and Devarshi and got the spiritual body, partial deha. I got this kind of development. You know what is the reason? Because of his previous life association with the Bhakti Vedantis. So then he started explaining this whole story. In that whole narration, what he repeated actually, about whom he repeated? He repeated Krishna. He repeated the word Krishna. So from this also you should understand that the intention of Narada is Krishna only. In his Narada's intention, who is there? Krishna only is there. That is the point actually. You can see. That's why it is said. Tat sabdasya eva abhyasopi drishyate. Once again we are seeing 1:6:28. This is also that same. That means narration only. Narada is narrating about his previous life. In that only. This is also. Anyatra cha. So from these statements, you should understand this. Yeah. 1:6:28. So that means, O Brahmana, Vasudev, in due course of time, the appointed moment of death appeared like a flash of lighting to me, whose mind was thus fixed on Krishna. That's Narada's in the last life, how he was living the body. He was explaining. In that context, he fixed his mind on the Krishna, and simultaneously he left his previous body and immediately he got the Parshad Deha also. Both are happening at the same, like in the lightning, in the flash. So both light coming and this darkness is destroyed. Everything is happening at one moment, the same way. In that place anyway, the main point is he fixed his mind on Krishna. So Krishna word is repeated there. And also many places. What is that? Same. That means Narada also telling about his previous life and also about the Gandharva life, everything he discussed. Anyway, that is Yudhishthira. Once again, Narada is coming in as a speaker. As a listener, he came once again in the second canto. As a listener, he came there, but not a speaker. He came as a speaker once again in the 7th canto. He is speaking to Yudhishthira Maharaj. In that context also, he is glorifying the Krishna. Because Yudhishthira Maharaj was so, that means after hearing the Narsingha Leela, he was so feeling missing of Lord's association. Because Narsingha Bhagavan was so merciful and he appeared to save his devotee so wonderfully. That pastime was narrated and he was so happy actually. And what a fortune of the Prahlad Maharaj. He was glorifying Prahlad Maharaj's position. And Narada might be thinking that, that means Narada was thinking that, so maybe this Yudhishthira Maharaj is thinking he is not so fortunate that Lord appeared and nursing like nursing Bhagavan and didn't do miracle or do help. So, but he is saying that you are also not so you are also not an ordinary person. You know, in your life also, Lord Krishna, he did so many miracles for you, and Lord Krishna blessed all of you, and that's why you are always protected by Krishna. And there in that context, so Narada Muni glorifying the fortune of Pandavas. There he is glorifying. So Krishna there. Pandavas are so fortunate because they are related. यूयं रुलोके बत भूरिभागा लोकं पुनाना मुनयोभियन्ति येषां गृहाणा वसतीति साक्षात् गूढं परं ब्रह्म मनुष्यलिङ्गं सवायं ब्रह्म महद्विमृग्य कैवल्य निर्वाण सुखानुभूतिः प्रियः सुहृदा खलु मातुलेय आत्मार्हणीयो विधिकृद्गुरुश्च न यस्य साक्षात् भवपद्मजादिभिः रूपं धिया वस्तुतयोपवर्णितं मौनेन भक्त्योपशमेन पूजिता प्रसीदतामेष स सात्वतां पतिः. Indeed, I am reading the translation. Indeed, you, that means Pandavas, are exceedingly fortunate in this world of human beings because the sages who purify the entire world visit your home where the Supreme Brahman himself, that is Krishna, resides disguised in human form. First sloka. So see how Narada is also once again glorifying, and his intention is glorifying the Krishna actually. So how he is glorifying there also in the context of this Pandavas' fortune. Pandavas' house, many times many sages they come. So because why they come to the Pandavas' house? That is, Pandavas are so rich, that's why they are coming. No, Pandavas are the devotees of the Lord, and that's why devotees always residing in their home. So that's why, that is the main point. Krishna resides in the devotee's house. That's why these sages used to come. Second sloka meaning this very Brahman, who is the embodiment of the experience of the unadulterated bliss of liberation sought after by highly evolved beings, is verily your loved friend, cousin, intrinsic self-worshipable entity, embodiment, so unperceptible. And also this Brahman means here you should take Krishna. And this Krishna became your friend, your well-wisher, your protector, so many. And that means you are so fortunate. Third sloka meaning, may he, the master of the Sattvatas, that means once again is clearly indicated. He is a Sattvatam. So that is Krishna. So from this, we are understanding here, Narada, whatever he spoke in this Srimad Bhagavatam, so few places, so there you are seeing clearly his intention is glorifying the Krishna, and he did Krishna Bhakti. टीकाचा अहो प्रह्लादस्य भाग्यं येन देवो दृष्टः वयं तु मंदभाग्याः इति विषीदन्तं राजानं प्रत्याह. So Srila Sridhar Swami is writing commentary on these three slokas. So Swamiji is writing that after hearing the Prahlada's, that means Nrsinga Leela, Yudhishthira Maharaj is thinking that what a fortune Prahlad Maharaj is having. But we are not so fortunate. Like that, Yudhishthira Maharaj might be thinking. So then, to give encouragement to Yudhishthira Maharaj, Narada was speaking about their fortune also. In that context, yeah, these three slokas were spoken. In this sloka, we are seeing Manushya Lingam. So Krishna is there in the Pandavas' house in the form of Brahman is there in the house of in the Pandavas' house. So Brahman in the form of what? Manushya Lingam. That means Brahman only. Krishna is Brahman, but he is appearing there in the house how with the having the hands, legs, like Manushalingam means how human beings are having the hands, legs, and so on. So same way Brahman is also having the hands and legs. That is nothing but Krishna. That's the Sri Vigraha of the Krishna. So that is the meaning of Manushalingam. Anyway, these are all just clarifying this, but main point is that Narada glorified whom actually in his uh, words. That is the main. That is Krishna. Next, 60th Anusheda. Atracha. Huh? Yeah, commentary, but that is just a sloka explanation, Prabhu. It's not having any connection with Manushalingam. These are all, yeah. Just explaining that Brahman is taking the form of this Krishna, and that is only. Main Sara is this actually, what we discuss. Atracha Spashtam. Next, 60th Anusheda. Atracha Spashtam. It is clear that Devadattamimam Veenam Swara Brahma Vibhushitam Murchayitva Harikatham Gayamanas Charamyaham Pragayatah Swaviryani Tirthapada Priyashrava Ahuta Iva Me Sigram Darshanam Yati Chetasi. This is also same in that that Narada is giving his background. He is telling about his previous life to Vasudev. That same in that context of these two slokas also. That means 6, 34. What happened there? Almost all now it's end of the that 6th chapter. You know, there he was explaining his previous life. After the Bhakti Vedantis, they went. That means then after that, his mother died and Narada became alone. He doesn't have any Gurukul system also. Nobody is there to join him Gurukul. And he didn't go to school. Then he, 5-year-old boy, he left home and started going in the forest. To the various places. And after that, he got the realization of the Lord. So then after that, he did his Tivra Tapasya. Then he left his body. Then after that, he got the spiritual body. He got spiritual body. Then so then after that, he left his body, he got the spiritual body, and he appeared as a son of the Brahmaji. Marichi Mishra Rasheha Pranebhyo Ahamcha Jagnire. Along with Marichi and so, he also appeared from the Brahmaji. So why he appeared? He got the spiritual body, he should go back to Godhead. Yeah. So Narada is not having any karma. So to appear back once again as a son of Brahmaji. Just he appeared so to carry forward the mission of the Lord. So then after appearing there, that means in the next life, he appeared as Narada. Then what he was doing? Devadattami Mam Veena. That means he's carrying the Veena in this life. And so he is Swara Brahma Vibhushitam. This Veena is Swara Brahma. When you play this, you're giving the Vedic sounds. Swara Brahma, Vedic sounds. So Murchayitva Harikatam Gayamanascha Charamyaham. Then he started roaming in this life. Yeah. So I wander all over the singing the Leelas of Sri Krishna while playing on this Veena instrument. which was given to me by effulgent Lord Devadatta, and is adorned with the 7 musical notes that embody Brahman in the form of sound. That means Vedas, Vedic sound. When I sing of the heroic deeds of the Lord, whose glory is most endearing and whose feet are the source of all holy places, he quickly appears in my heart as if summoned by me. So when he was singing the Lord's stories in his heart, Krishna is appearing immediately, like in the case of Jadabharat. So always he is seeing the Krishna in his heart. So like this, Narada was going to all the places. Devotees, they don't have any boundaries, but karmis have boundaries. Based upon karma only, you will be going to the certain loka. You cannot go to any loka. So that's why even if you don't have sufficient sukruti, you cannot go to the moon planet also. If you want to go to moon planet, you should have, not just by the machines you will go to the moon planet. It's not possible. So anyway, devotees, they are completely having the free will. They are having the fully free will to go to anywhere. So their important word is here, Deva Dattam Imam Veenam. Deva Datta means here, Deva Dattam Imam Veena Swara Brahma Vibhushitam. Deva means here, Krishna Eva. Here Deva is Sri Krishna Eva. How Linga Purane Upari Bhage Teneva Swayam Tasya Veena Grahanahi Prasiddham. Krishna only is giving. So it is said in the Linga Purana. Devaha Dattam. Devena Dattam. Krishnena Dattam. Devadatta, not that Devadatta is different. That Tattva Sandrabha Devadatta is different. Devadattam is Nivina. Devena Dattam. Datta. Dattam. That means Datta. That means Devadattam is there, na? Devadattam. That's female. Feminine gender. Devena Dattam. What is that? Veena. Devena Dattam. Kena Dattam. Krishnena Dattam. Veenam. Swara Brahma Vibhushitam. It is Vedic sound. That is Brahman. So that's why your Devadatta is what? Veena. And Deva, who is that Deva? That is Krishna. Krishna, Devena Dattam, Krishnena Dattam. Then it is given by whom? Dattam means given. By whom? By the Krishna. Deva means Krishna. Yeah. The one which is given by the Deva is known as Devadatta. That is Veena. Who is that Deva? That is Krishna. How can you say that? From the Linga Purana. Linga Purana, it is clearly story is there. Krishna only is giving this Veena to Narada. Okay. Linga Purane upari bhage tenaiva swayam tasya veena grahanam hi prasiddham. Tenaiva means Krishnenaiva. And that's why here Srila Jiva Goswami, here Deva means Krishna is writing because it is there in the Linga Purana story. Atra yadrupena veena grahita tadrupena eva chetasi darshanam swarasya labdham. So in the same. Yes. Tadrupena eva chetasi darshanam. So which form gave that veena? That same form he is seeing in the heart also. That means all the time he is seeing whom then? Krishna. That is the point. So because it is given by him and he is playing and he is seeing that same form in the heart also. Atra yadrupena veena grahita tadrupenaiva chetasi darshanam sarasya labdham. That is the summary actually you should get. Devadattamiti kutaha कृतोपकारतायाः स्मर्यमाणत्वेन तम अनुसन्धाय एव तद् उक्तेः. So that's why here Srila Jiva Goswami is saying that this Veena is gifted by Krishna, and he is always seeing that Krishna in his heart. That's why he is saying here to Narada, to the Vasudev, Narada, Deva Datta. You understand? So he got the gift from Krishna. He is playing and he is seeing all the time his form. And now that's why he is saying here, Deva Datta. He is not mentioning. Okay. Who gave that Veena? He is the Deva then. So that they who gave, Krishna only gave. Because that is we have the proof from the Linga Purana. Got it? No? Yeah. That's why Narada used the compound word Devadatta. Okay. Next, 61st anacheda. Yeah. Ata etadevameva vyakyayam. So anyway, Narada's intention is to speak about the Krishna only, and Narada instructed Vasudev in those instructions. So about whom he instructed, that we are going to see. Tvamat tvamat tvamatmanamavehyamoghdruk parasya pumsah paramatmanah kalam ajam prajatam jagatas shivaya tanmahanobhavabhyudayodi ganyatam. So 1521 this. O Vyasa of unfailing vision, through self-inquiry, know yourself to be an expansion of Supreme Person, the immanent self of all creation. Although unborn, he has taken birth for the welfare of the world. Therefore, describe extensively his divine play, whose majesty is supreme above all. Narada is, after brainwashing lecture he gave, so then completely, so he was finally saying that, oh my dear Vasudev, you should inquire about yourself, and you are the expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So although he has taken birth for the welfare of the world, so that means even he appeared, Krishna also appeared, and but Krishna also appeared in the form of Vasudev. Vasudev is also avatar of the Krishna Dvaipayan. So he is also appeared. So that means for the welfare of the society. Therefore, what Vasudev has to do? Vasudev has to glorify the, here Krishna word is not there. That supreme person, supreme majesty. So in the sloka, if you see, there is no word of the Krishna. So then how we are going to derive the Krishna? So from this instruction, we are going to see from the down commentary. Hey hamo gadruk, tvam atmana swayam atmanam swam parasya pumsaha kalam amshabhutam avehi anusandehi. First what he is saying. So my dear Vasudev, you should know about yourself as your part and parcel of the your kala. Kala means your amsha, your part, your swamsha of the parasya means supreme person's swamsha. That you should first regain. Anusandehi means you should inquire yourself like that. Then punascha. Then next what you should do? Jagatah Shivaya, for the welfare of the society. Aduna eva Sri Krishna rupena yascha ajopi so prajatah tam avehi. So next what he said? Punas, next what Narada is asking Vyasdev, what he has to do? He has to Jagataha Shivaya. That means see in the next line of this sloka. Ajam Prajatam Jagataha Shivaya. Ajaha, Ajam, but me Krishna is Ajaha. Prajatam, but he appeared. For what purpose? Jagataha Shivaya. For the welfare of the society. And you describe about that Krishna. So here, Punascha Jagataha Shivaya Aduna eva Sri Krishna Rupena Yaha Ajaha Api Prajataha Tam Avehi. Narada is not directly saying the Krishna word, but he is saying that, oh my dear Narada, you should know about yourself as the part and parcel of the Supreme Person. And that Supreme Person generally Ajaha, that means he never take any birth, but still for the welfare of the society, he took the birth, and you describe that personality's glories. Ajam Prajatam. Ajam means here Krishna. Ajam Prajatam Jagatah Shivaya Tat Mahanu Bhavabhyudayodhi Ganyatam. Here. So who appeared then? So Vishnu appears anyway, anytime like this. Vishnu appears. Vishnu never appears. Vishnu, no, it's not the Vipnu. So now he appeared. Aduna. Aduna means now he appeared. That means when this story is going on, so at that time, so who appeared? Krishna only appeared. So that's why from this we should understand that's a Krishna only. Krishna Rupena. Tad dvayam gnatva mahanubhavasya sarvavataravataari vrundebhyopi darshita prabhavasya tasya Sri Krishnasya abhyudayo leela adi adhikam ganyatam nirupyatam. So finally, Narada is requesting or demanding from Vyasdev like that you should know yourself, you should know the Supreme Personality of Godhead who appeared now for the welfare of the society, that is Krishna. And then what you should do? You should expand his glories. Adhikam, that means, and you should know that he is the Sarvavatarāvatari vrundebhyopi Darshita Prabhavasya. And he is having the established glory than the all avatars and all avataris. You should know why Mahanubhavabhyudayo. Mahanubhava word is used by the Narada. So Vyasdev has to describe about whom? Mahanubhava. Mahanubhava means what? Who is superior to all the avatars and all the avataris. That is what? That is Krishna. And that Krishna's leelas, you should adhikam, adhiganyatam means adhikam nirupyatam. That means that's why in your book, you should describe more about Krishna. And you may describe other leelas also, but you should describe more. That's why in the Bhagavatam, 121 chapters are about Krishna, dedicated to Krishna. Adhikam, that's why adhikam ganyatam. That means you should do more. He's saying, he's not saying that you don't describe his other avatars. You describe, but you should describe more. That means that means after hearing this instruction, so when Vyasdev wrote the leelas, in that adhikam ganyatam, adhikam means more. More whom he discussed? Krishna only, na? That means this sloka is referring to whom? Krishna. In that way also you can see. Yes or no? Now back to back proof. Swayam Ishwaropi Bhavan Swanijagnana Rupam Mayam Na Prakatayatu Iti. Swayam Ishwaropi Bhavan Nijagnana Rupam. So you yourself is Ishvara. So you should not have no ignorance. That means in the other Puranas you described the so many things. In the place also, in that place also he described Krishna. It's not that he didn't describe about the Krishna in other Puranas. Vyasdev described, but adhikam naganyatam. Adhikam, that means extensively he didn't describe. That's a problem actually. In Padma Purana, in Skanda Purana, this Purana, that Purana, everywhere you'll be seeing the Krishna's pastimes, little bit, few. But dedicating few chunk of the chapters, that is not there. So that's why from this also you can understand. Yeah. Okay. Next, last Anacheda. Atayeva Purana Paradurбhavaya Sri Vyasam Sri Naradena Chaturvyuhatmaka Sri Krishna Mantrayeva Upadishtaha Tad Upasakasya Sarvottamatvam Cha. So finally, that means Vyasdev, so Narada Muni instructed Vyasdev finally to make a Purana. You compile a Purana. For that he gave mantra. Ateva Purana Pradhurbhavaya. To manifest a Purana. So Narada gave mantra to Vyasa. Sri Vyasam, Sri Naradena Chaturvyuhatmaka Sri Krishna Mantraha Eva Upadishtaha. By Narada, this mantra is given to Vyasa. What is that? Sri Krishna mantra. What is that mantra? Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Vasudevaya Dhimahi Pradyumnaya Niruddhaya Namah Sankarshanaya Cha Iti Martyabhidhanena Mantramurti Mamurtikam Yajate Yagna Purusham Sa Samyak Darshanah Puman. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Vasudevaya Dhimahi. This mantra he gave. Because he got the same mantra from his Bhakti Vedantis. And he gave this mantra to Vyasdeva also. You do this. So you know here Vasudevaya Dhimahi means what? This is. And also other his Vyuhas also is glorified. Pradyumna Anuruddha Sankarshana. Who is having these 4 Vyuhas? That is Vasudeva. So from this also we should understand Narada's intention is centered around what? Is Krishna. Okay, we'll discuss tomorrow. Thank you very much. How many Anisha? 170. 170, no, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Venu Gopal Prabhu. Dhanavad Pranam.
Pranam, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Dhanavad Pranam.
189. Okay, we'll finish. If teachers are there, good. Then we'll go to Preeti Sandrabha also. We'll touch that. Definitely, because April ending is the last. April end is the last to wind up Bhakti Vedanta. It's another 4 months. 4, 5. So if I get some time, good. Then we'll go to Preeti Sandarpa also. But Krishna Sandarpa definitely will finish. I can sure. Yes. And Preeti Sandarpa we start. Yes. That will go very quickly. It goes small. That is also interesting. And then finish. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.